we go on a Monday edition. Mr. Irrelevant, Alex Strouf, Josh DiMaggio with you in the Gerber Law Office is one call. That's
why are you guys so small and short?
What's going on here?
Why are you guys so down there?
Can you see this? Look at this.
I know what he's doing.
What are you doing? Why do you have our
Why
pictures like this?
I look like a giant compared to you guys, like a real winner. Like the head honcho.
Will's rather happy the Bears are in first place, I'm gathering.
It's just how it is now. It's just how things are. You better get used to it. All right, I'll put you back.
All right. That was a dumb bit, but I liked it. I liked it. We'll get to the Bears at some point in the NFC North as it stands right now after a Packers win on Sunday. Good to rebound after 2 consecutive losses. The Packers now 6-3-1 on the season. They are in second place of the NFC North behind Will's Chicago Bears, as he points out there very eloquently at the top of the show. But a lot of things I want to get to from this Packers game. Josh, I took notes. Check it out. I took notes this game.
Not a lot there.
No. Not a lot there. Just a couple things
in his head or on the sheet?
Well, that seemed unnecessary.
I was just asking.
C, all of the above.
Yeah. Well, before the show, Joshy said out loud, and I quote, "Do I just try to be smarter than everybody, or am I just smarter than everybody?"
I did say that. That was specifically meaning the people in the room with me. But yeah, we do this thing in America where we try and pretend things aren't what they are despite everyone knowing it. And I don't think it's worthwhile. There are extremely attractive people who know damn well they're extremely attractive, and they use it to the best of their ability. Sometimes it's monetized, sometimes it's different ways.
Dude, I'm right here.
There are people who are extremely rich and get things that others wouldn't and advantages others wouldn't that aren't just monetary, but they get it because they're rich and they have status.
Will, you going to chime in on that one or no?
I mean, he basically just described my life.
So,
good looking and rich.
People,
Yeah.
There's a classic quote: "If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room." Well, I don't know where else rooms to put me in. Should I go to Harvard? I guess that's my spot to go.
Do you hear this guy? I mean, he has had, and it's well documented on this program. Josh had a great year.
Do you think those two things, my great year and me understanding and embracing my intelligence, may be correlated?
No. I think there's luck involved with a lot of your great years, or a lot of the things about your great year.
Okay.
There's circumstantial things that were out of your control that led to your success.
There are, certainly. And I've discussed that. But also, given the opportunity, then you put it on the tee, I still got to hit out of the park. If I'm hitting grounders, if I'm Sal Frelick-ing it right to the second baseman, it's not going to get us far.
Whoa. Low blow to Sal.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. But it's fine.
That was a last shot.
That was. It sure was.
Right after his favorite player.
Fully admitted.
Well, I appreciate the honesty on that one.
But hey, opportunity presents itself, and you still got to perform. You could say that about some Packers. There's been Rashawn Gary, for instance. A lot of opportunity, not a lot of performance.
We will get to Rashawn Gary at some point today, but I only wrote down a few notes because I have some things I just want to hit right off the top. Okay? And I'm glad Matthew chimes in with this. Matthew on YouTube says, "Did anybody count the number of run plays in the first 10 offensive plays? I forgot to count. I didn't." Any guesses?
6.
7. 6, 7.
No, you're both high. 4.
Wow.
Only 4 in the first 10 plays.
How many of those run plays were they behind the sticks and forced to throw?
Several.
Yeah.
But regardless, and there was one encroachment. I obviously didn't count that one, but that was a run, but the encroachment was called before. So 4 of the first 10. Luke Musgrave, who we will revisit, had a drop right away. First offensive drive.
Yep.
And then the snap count obviously indicated where the Packers view him in terms of their tight end hierarchy. He played the least of the three.
Well, it changed. He was not playing the least. He had a snafus, and then I believe he played 2 snaps in the entirety of the second half.
Yeah. And I don't know if he was dealing with an injury.
No.
But it didn't seem that way.
No, that was a benching.
Malik Willis, kind of fun. Had a fun drive, leading the touchdown drive. That was first.
Don't let him do it to you.
The first of Christian Watson's touchdowns. No, I mean, I'm obviously, and I'm going to get to how good Jordan Love was yesterday.
What about the other quarterback?
I just said he was fun.
What's your meter at? If you had to, I mean, you guys always ask me.
Is he
about
flipping
the
this?
Bajan
Is he
meters.
flipping
The
it?
script.
It's at 0.
0?
Now, would I like to see maybe occasionally a package or two
Red zone package?
where Malik Willis is on the field? I wouldn't be against that.
I mean, 7 plays, 7 points. By my calculations, that's a point to play.
I heard him float
That's
this take.
pretty good.
Yeah, I heard him say this earlier too.
I heard him float this take on the post-game show, and I said, I don't really know. So if Jordan Love has a drive that's 3 plays and 7 points,
He's averaging over 2 points a play. Yeah, that's how that works.
I'm a points per play guy. There's EPA. I'm points per play.
So, like in college basketball and NBA, there's points per possession.
Yeah.
But you're breaking it down even more.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we pay the big bucks for.
Yeah, that's it.
Website coming soon.
Big brain stuff over there. So Malik Willis, I enjoyed the drive. I'm glad he got out of the game after the drive, and they got points out of it. That was good. I wrote this before the second touchdown. Watson is back. Christian Watson might be the best receiver on the team. We'll get to that in a second. Okay,
That's
and then
usually a tweet for you.
yeah, that's true.
I'm glad that you're constricting yourself.
You might notice though, I only tweeted like 4 times yesterday.
Wow.
See, that's not what I want. I still want you to be active in tweeting. I just want more to it than Christian Watson is back.
So I have a couple of Jordan Love notes. So I just wrote down plays, and these were 2 drives that he had, and it was masterful. Like this is stuff you pay a guy $55 million a year for, and I was so impressed by Jordan Love. And again, the guy still makes some throws where you go, oh, the ball leaves his hand, and you're like, uh-oh, and then it gets caught. And there was several of those yesterday. Let's start with
Several.
Second quarter. This first pass was beautiful. It was out to the sideline. It was Matthew Golden's first catch and only catch of the game, the 24-yarder to the sideline. That was awesome. Followed that up, I think the next play or 2 plays later, 22-yarder to Dobbs that got them in the red zone, and then Emmanuel Wilson ran in the 11-yard touchdown. I just thought the way he handled that drive to get them back in scoring position and ultimately capitalize on that was impressive. In the fourth quarter, these throws, Joshy. The Savion Williams throw.
Great throw.
Extending the play, back foot, finds Savion Williams, puts it really where Williams only could get it. He makes an incredible play on the ball. Awesome job by the rookie. But that was a throw where I think the pocket's collapsing. He's holding the ball, and you're going to go, uh-oh, it's third down. What are you going to do with it? And he finds a way to make the throw to Savion Williams. Follows that up with a 13-yarder to Dobbs, and then the 17-yard touchdown to Christian Watson, which was one of those throws. There was 2 Giants defenders there. But again, it's a really big-time throw by Jordan Love, in my opinion, putting it only where Watson could get it.
What we saw was what I've been clamoring for the larger part of the season. I think Jordan Love has been one of the best quarterbacks in all of football. I think the biggest thing holding him back is he's been effectively neutered by his head coach in his play calling and the way he wants Jordan Love to approach things. When push came to shove, the run game didn't have Josh Jacobs anymore. And when they decided, hey, we're going to have to air the ball out, guess what happened? Jordan Love thrived. He was the best player on the field yesterday for both teams on both sides of the ball. There was nobody better than Jordan Love. He played like an elite quarterback. The thing we've always said is, can he do it back to back? Can he keep doing it? Can he do it? Can he sustain it? I think he can. And I think he's ready to do it. And I think the biggest factor holding him back has been the head coach, Matt LaFleur.
I agree with you.
And I
on that,
think
yeah.
what we saw change when Josh Jacobs went out was the change that I've been begging for. More under center, more play action, more trusting him to go out and make plays. I've seen people float the idea that the Savion Williams throw was a bad throw. No, it wasn't. That's a throw back. It's a scramble drill, so the defender is plastering to Savion Williams. His back's to the ball. You are at 3rd and 10. You need to make a play. He threw it to a guy who is one-on-one, who either it's a completion or it's a hit in the ground. Those are the only 2 options that are happening there. That ball is not getting picked off. And those are the type of things you need a quarterback to do if you want to achieve at the highest level. I have my doubts if it's going to be sustained. I have my doubts if when Josh Jacobs returns, if it's next week or 2 weeks from now, that they won't revert to the old offense. But we saw Jordan Love put together a game that we've been begging for him to see.
Yeah, I guess in terms of let him own the offense, right? To your point, where
let her rip.
So many times this season, and obviously this was a bit of their offensive identity last season, was utilize the run to open up the pass. I don't think that's necessary when Jordan Love is playing as unconscious as he has a few times this season, right? You look at the Pittsburgh second half where the ball is in his hands, the offense is in his control, and he goes unconscious.
I think it was more necessary last season because of the injuries.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think when you see Jordan Love, I mean, hell, they ran like boots for the first time with the guy in how long? When you see a guy playing like that, you have to lean in. And you have to let him take control of the offense. And that's what he did. He was the sole factor. I mean, they ran 16 plays in the second half, scored 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's what else can you ask for a guy?
That's about that. No.
Yeah, he's doing all he can. And I think all yesterday did was confirm the fact that the biggest thing holding the Packers back has been their head coach and play caller. Because when he was forced to go a different direction, wouldn't you know it?
It worked, yeah. Well, hold on. On that note, though, do you still, and I know you've been consistently low on LaFleur, but are we at a point where, okay, maybe he can right the ship offensively?
I think he can right the ship, not because what I think and I hope is going to happen. In the absence of Josh Jacobs, what we saw yesterday and probably next week, because there's no reason to rush Josh Jacobs back, I think Matt LaFleur, much like a lot of the things the Packers do, they have to learn the lesson the hard way. They have to be proven wrong over and over and over again to then be proven right and just adopt what they do. Carrington Valentine's a good example of that. Remember when Zach Tom was a rookie and they were starting those no-name guys? Was it like Royce Newman?
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of people. The Nate Hobbs, Carrington Valentine, like they just do stuff all the time where it's like the obvious option is glaring you in the face, but we are going to try and soldier through because this was our plan to start the season, and it's not working, but we're waiting for it to work. They have to, and that's what I think has the potential to happen here.
But maybe they're getting better at it because, like I said, I know we'll talk about a few of these guys in stock up, stock down. But when you look at snap counts, which again, it's similar to statistics, it doesn't tell you everything.
Here's another example: rotating in and out right guards. Just play one. Just play one for the love of God.
Yeah, but you're right, and there's many scenarios where you can say, well, they had to learn that lesson the hard way.
Yeah, I mean, the reason the Valentine message is being learned is because Nate Hobbs can't play.
Right, Nate Hobbs is hurt.
They effectively benched him. He played 4 snaps, and then they worked him back in, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
So they were trying to do it again.
They were. But maybe, I mean, like Luke Musgrave, for example. I thought he had a bad day, and
but maybe
they learned
the lesson they learn on that one is, hey, he's not Tucker Kraft. Play him in a Y position. Have him stretch the field. Doing the dink and dunk and he's not a yak guy.
Rashawn Gary has gone non-existent the last several weeks. Kingsley Enagbare outsnapped him yesterday.
Yeah, weird.
Why weird?
Problem.
Well, right.
That's supposed to be
your number 2 guy.
People called him elite for a while. Let's just and then Kingsley Enagbare, the Creed player, even though he's better than that, but he looks like one because he goes no glove, no tape, no nothing. I'll snap to you. How is that happening? You're getting paid all that money. We want to talk about Jordan Love, $55 million quarterback, got to play better than this.
Rashawn Gary.
Well, your edge rusher who's paid to be elite is getting out snapped by like an afterthought.
Yeah,
a guy who's a depth piece.
I might just add though, that guy on the other side is pretty damn good.
Very good.
Micah Parsons is so good. His impact is so evident. Obviously, the forced fumble, had a sack and a half, finished with 6 tackles. But he is just everywhere, dude. And he is, I mean, when you're watching the Packers defense, I don't know how your eyes operate, Joshy, but like my eye now is just trained to watch number 1 because he is just that impactful at all moments for this Packers defense. So he's been awesome. On the other hand, Rashawn Gary, not so much. But Kingsley Enagbare, create a player. I hadn't heard that one before to describe him.
Yeah, look at him. He's It's just like it's the and when you play Madden, when you see the guys on the sideline that all look exactly the same, that's sort of what he is. Now, he's much better than that, and I think he's like one of the better edge defenders in all the NFL.
Yeah.
But that's not a guy who should be getting more snaps than Rashawn Gary.
No. I guess on the surface, no. But I don't know what they saw yesterday that led to that.
I can tell you.
Go ahead.
He wasn't getting pressure. Seems pretty straightforward. Going to be honest. Didn't show up on the injury report.
Oh, he did not.
Yeah, well, what do we think it is?
He's not good enough.
Yeah?
No.
Not playing well
simple.
enough.
All right, so Matt LaFleur and the Packers offense has won 6 games this year. 5 of which they have scored exactly 27 points in, which is a very strange coincidence that's occurring this year for this team. The only game they scored more than 27 and won was Pittsburgh, and then obviously they scored 40 in Dallas with the tie.
To me, I've heard people marvel at this, and yes, it is a little bit of a quirk that it's happened that many times, but what it tells me is it's a team who, when the offense does, I don't know, what you expect, you win games. Yeah. And that's really all it takes in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the offense not doing that, as I've illustrated on this program now since September, is you got to go out there, be aggressive, score points, and take those chunk yardage when you can get them. And that's how you get yourself into winning football.
Bingo. Yeah. And I think we saw a revitalization of sorts yesterday from this Packers offense. I still think there's growth to be had. I still think there's things to learn from this game and capitalize on those. But, you know, early on, you're struggling to do anything. They scored 13 points in the second quarter, but nothing in the first quarter. But again, I mean, this is something we've seemingly talk about every week, right? This is not a team that necessarily needs to start fast like they did a year ago. They just need to get the offense going at some point, which they did yesterday, and it was enough to win the game despite a pair of missed extra points by the kicker and Lucas Haversick after Brandon McManus was added to the injury report on Saturday and listed as doubtful. Lucas Haversick handles the kicking duties, goes 1 for 3 on extra points. So awesome stuff there.
He's still got a ways to go to be as bad statistically as Brandon McManus, so I'm not super concerned.
I don't think they're going to give him a long way to go, frankly.
I don't think they're going to release a kicker and bring in another one because of McManus's health status.
Well, correct.
Open tryout?
I mean, at this point, bring back Anders. I don't know. What's he up to?
Have they seen that video of you kicking the field goal?
Hopefully not.
Still got a chance then.
That's true.
Rich Bisaccia might see something in you.
Yeah, he might see your poor kick return coverage and be like, that's our guy.
That's our guy.
Wait, he can't tackle or contain? That's our guy.
Would be on brand. Yeah, so I guess, Joshy, you and I are on different sides of the coin when it comes to Matt LaFleur and the belief, at least this season, with him.
So far, I've beaten you 9-1?
Something like that.
I feel good about yesterday being a step in the right direction,
but
I don't know that all problems are solved.
Right, and step in the right direction that could revert the next time we see Josh Jacobs on the field.
I'd hope not, because it was so. But Josh, he's an NFL head coach. I am not, and if it's obvious to me, it should be obvious to him.
Well, it hadn't been until yesterday.
But there had been moments again where, when he's cut Love loose and just let him handle the offense, they've gone bonkers.
Always in the second half, though. And then the first half of the next game, they just revert one step forward, yes, 2 steps back.
They need to have their back against the wall for Matt LaFleur, yes, to call the offense properly.
It needs to say 14-0, and Jordan Love needs an interception on his stat line when they start the game at Lambeau for them to start a game out hot.
I wish I could say he's wrong.
Yeah, I can't. Okay.
But I don't know. I think that Josh Jacobs being out may be the one determining factor where we see a lot of under center,
which is it's a really weird situation that's the case.
And it doesn't.
That's a bad indication of where your head coach is at.
I don't know yesterday if it was because of the Malik Willis drive or because Josh Jacobs is more of a shotgun runner, I believe, and Emmanuel Wilson works a little bit better out of the under center. But Emmanuel Wilson can also help you a lot more in the passing game too. He's a better check down option than Josh Jacobs for sure. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see how they come out looking next week. I'm
a big Emmanuel Wilson fan.
It's a good defense, too.
Got a little bit of Chris Brooks yesterday.
The real guy we need to talk about is Chris Brooks.
He's a dog.
Gabe laughed at me when I brought up where's Chris Brooks and why aren't we using Chris Brooks. Did you see him block like a guard?
Yeah, he's great.
Did you see him also in the other snap he had in the passing game? He got a guy off the edge who just got stonewalled.
Well, hold on a minute. You're talking like you're preaching at me. I don't know if there's been a host more supportive of a Chris Brooks take than me.
I'm preaching. You're correct. That's totally fair. I'm preaching at Matt LaFleur through you.
Okay, got it.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm doing here. Because I said last week, hey, this team can't pass block, and Jordan Love looks really uncertain what's going on in front of him. You know what they have that they're refusing to use is a guy who's really damn good at pass blocking. And whoa, given opportunity, I mean, he's the reason Savion Williams was able to catch that ball because he held up at the point. He didn't just oh wow, smack somebody. He pass blocked. He stonewalled the guy, set his anchor, and the guy had nowhere to go.
It was an incredible rep.
And he did that against the Commanders. I remember it vividly.
Yeah.
And he's done it before.
He got a lot of run against in that Commanders game as well. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see if there's more Chris Brooks, especially, and it's dependent obviously on this.
I think
Josh
it's now
Jacobs
out of
injury.
necessity.
Well, right,
but Jacobs misses.
But so the report this morning from Bill Huber of Sports Illustrated is no structural damage to Jacobs' knee, and he will not require surgery. So he hasn't even been ruled out this week against Minnesota. But I would guess, if I was a gambling man, that we will not see Josh Jacobs this week. Because what's the point in rushing him back?
Right.
I mean, you got to win these games. Is it 4 of your next 5 or 5 of your next 6 against divisional opponents? 5 of your next 6.
A veteran like that who's taken a lot of lumps throughout his career, if he can't finish the game, the injury is significant enough to be cautious about it, to me. Now, I'm not the doctor. I don't know actually what happened or what the mechanism was. And if he's cleared, he's cleared. It's that simple. But if it's, hey, it's sore and it could cause some favoring, then you just say, hey, get healthy. That's what we need. Because, and the offense is better without Josh Jacobs thing is a take that I've been seemingly charging forward for the past 2 days. And what I'm saying by that is the offense is better because of the way the offense is called and the way that Matt LaFleur then trusts Jordan Love in his absence. The Packers are more talented with Josh Jacobs as their running back. That full stop fact, they are better off with him. The problem is the way the offense gets designed and called, the way that Josh Jacobs prevents them from being under center, which clearly Jordan Love thrives at. It affects the play action game, which is integral to every Shanahan tree guy that you can think of. Matt LaFleur makes hay off of that. And to this point, they haven't been able to do that. It's a little bit Josh Jacobs, and the way the offense is called is a square peg in a round hole. Do I think Josh Jacobs is talented enough to probably be better at the under center stuff than they're giving him credit for? Yes. I think maybe they're catering a little bit too much to the talent and what he likes. I don't think he's going to spontaneously combust if he starts taking some snaps that way.
Sure about that?
I do think he'll be okay. I just think that the way the offense is designed with him, and also on top of that, the amount Matt LaFleur wants to go to Jacobs because he thinks, I got this guy, I trust this guy, I know what I'm going to get out of him. And he obviously hasn't felt that way about Jordan Love. I think that belief has been misguided. And I think he's thinking of a Jordan Love of the past and a Jordan Love that has evolved past that.
I hope you're right, and we'll find out. But just a quick cleanup: 4 of your next 5 of your remaining 7 are in division play. At home against Minnesota this week, then a quick turnaround next Thursday already. Thanksgiving's 10 days away. That's nuts to me. Neither here nor there. Then you return home on December 7th.
5 days.
I bet you're excited.
I already got a honey-do list.
Return home December 7th. Host Chicago, who's in first place right now.
They're splitting the Bears series, by the way.
Hey.
Just telling you how it is.
At Denver on the 14th, at Chicago on Saturday the 20th, and then your final 2 games, flex games. Home against Baltimore in Week 17, at Minnesota. You close the season in Week 18 for the Packers. So, got to start playing your best football real soon. Real soon. And I don't think we've seen it yet. And again, that's okay. Ultimately, in the NFL, you want to be playing your best football in December and January and hopefully in February. But for a team that had championship expectations entering the season, and for them to have played the way they have, which is incredibly inconsistently, through 10 games, it's go time now. Big time division games start this weekend. Host Minnesota, go to Detroit, host Chicago, go to Denver, go to Chicago. Those are your next 5 games. You go 4-1 in that stretch, all of a sudden you're talking about, okay, maybe they figured it out. You go 2-3 in that stretch, well, there's still a playoff team, but all of a sudden you're looking at a 3rd straight year with a 7th seed. So we're going to learn a lot about this team over the course of the next couple of weeks. But yesterday I thought was a good step in the right direction for Jordan Love, for this Packers offense, and to get back in the win column ahead of this tough stretch of the schedule.
So you feel better about the Packers than you did Saturday night?
Yeah. I don't know if it's significant, but yes.
I think
a win is always going to help that.
To me, it's lateral.
It's like, it makes sense that the team that lost to the Panthers and the Browns only beat the Giants by 7.
Yeah.
In a close game. That's how I felt.
But
they are who I thought they were.
But hold on, if we're going to do the whole, this is the team that couldn't beat the Browns and the Panthers, yesterday's game and how close it was not on the offense.
But there was one significant difference. And that was Jordan Love was trusted to go win a football game.
Correct.
What was the score of the game after he was trusted?
Well, 27-20. What do you mean?
It wasn't as close after they started letting it rip with him.
Right.
Oh,
because they were playing from behind. Sure. That was a fourth quarter comeback, by the way, by Jordan Love.
Yeah, it was. It was. Because it was, 20-19?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't score, you lose there.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 20-19 entering the fourth. Well, right at the beginning of the fourth quarter when they scored that touchdown. And then Love responded. Evan Williams interception, 3-yard punt, and then the Micah Parsons. What is how she call it? Strip sack.
Strip sack.
Like it. Okay, let's get to stock up, stock down. Every week we do this for the Green Bay Packers. Some stocks are trending up, some stocks are trending down. It's more of an indication of where things are at entering the following week and exiting the previous week. So exiting week 11, entering week 12, whose stocks are heading in the right direction, whose stocks are trending in the wrong direction. We've got a lot to get through today. We've got a lot of names on this list, both directions today. So let's get things started.
Stock up.
I will start with this one, and I know I'm going to get a pushback on it right away. The stock couldn't have been much lower entering this week's game for the Packers head coach, Matt LaFleur. And injury or not to Josh Jacobs, he did what we've been asking for, and that was to put the ball in the hands of the $55 million quarterback. He did that, and good things happened. I thought Jordan Love was excellent on Sunday.
I'm going to let you finish Kanye style.
What a nice guy.
But I disagree.
I said that at the top. I know.
I just wanted to add that.
I'm going to let you finish.
But he also respects your opinion and is going to let you finish without interrupting you.
I'm going to let you finish, but Beyonce had the greatest music video of all time.
Correct.
So Matt LaFleur, that's really all I have to say. I thought the stock couldn't have been much lower. They got a win. He put the ball in Jordan Love's hands. Good things happen. The Packers win on the road. Stock up to Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, I can't give anyone credit, and I think this applies to all things in life, when they make a change not from choice but out of necessity. That, to me, is just like facing reality. And if you want to credit Matt LaFleur for being able to face reality for the first time, then sure. It did take a injury and losing a guy for the entirety of the game for that to change. So I do think grading on a scale, much like I feel about the Packers, how I feel about Matt LaFleur right now, currently, is lateral. That can all change, and I can come back next week if Josh Jacobs plays, or the week after that, and the offense looked like it did in the second half against the Giants, and I say, he did it. Then that, to me, here is a stock up. But for what we saw...
So stock neutral?
Stock plateau.
Stock moving to the side.
Say that word one more time.
Plateau.
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 Okay.
I was enunciating because I don't know if the audience knew that word.
Just click the buttons. How about that?
Stock up.
Stock up to Jordan Love. I've been very high on him all year. I argued about it on Jim, Matt, and Molly that he is not the issue. And he is not the reason the offense hasn't looked as good. Sure, he's missed a couple throws. Sure, he's missed a couple guys. But I think that's all in the context of a poor offensive line and a poor offensive play caller. He was the best player on the field. He graded out as the best player on the field by leaps and bounds. I think he's a guy you can trust and win because of, not win with. He is the catalyst. He is the most important player on the offense. Matt LaFleur's tried to make it Josh Jacobs, and that, to me, is inaccurate. The Jordan Love stock is incredibly high. I think if his team wouldn't have barfed all over their shoes for 2 games, we'd be talking about him as an MVP.
Jordan Love, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, is 8th.
Pretty good.
Is 8th in MVP odds at Potawatomi Sportsbook as of this Monday at plus 5,000. So still some good value there. but it's starting to look like a 2 or 3 guy race with Matthew Stafford, Drake May, and Josh Allen.
Stock down.
All right, let's go to the negatives. We'll start with the tight end room. Luke Musgrave, massive stock down. Had the drop early, as I mentioned earlier, and then they just stopped putting him on the field. John Fitzpatrick, 35 snaps. What's Wiley's first name? Josh?
Josh Wiley.
Josh Wiley.
Stupid name.
20.
Whoa.
Nice.
I've been on your side today.
Yeah,
Josh Wiley, 20 snaps. Luke Musgrave, 19 snaps offensively. He played the least of the 3 tight ends. So all of the chatter and all of the discussion and all of the ideation that Luke Musgrave would find a way to fill the hole of Tucker Kraft, not so fast. Stock down to Luke Musgrave.
Can I add an additional stock down to that? Stock down for Matt
Stock
LaFleur
down.
for pretending that Luke Musgrave is just Tucker Kraft and you can just do the same things with him. Use your guy how he should be used.
All right, start keeping track of the LaFleur shots being taken in this segment.
All right, play the button again.
Stock down.
Josh Jacobs.
Stupid name.
I think when the offense functions as well in your absence, that's an issue. I think Josh Jacobs needs to take a little look in the mirror and say, I need to meet my quarterback and my play caller where they function the best, and that's under center, that is in play action, that is allowing them to do those things. And me wanting to run out of the shotgun is holding this team back from what it could possibly be.
I won't argue with you there. I mean, do we still think he's a really good running back? Of course we do. But not a great sign for him.
No.
Yeah. But again, could you do what you do so well and make that a Matt LaFleur thing more than a Josh Jacobs thing?
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think Josh Jacobs is the one that's insisting that they run?
Yes.
Well, yes, but also
Matt LaFleur might have to have a grown-up conversation with him.
that's what I was getting at.
The head coach is going to have to tell a player
Stock
what to
down
do.
to Matt LaFleur again.
Stock down.
You got to
Stock up.
Thank you. Let's go back to positive. Christian Watson, 4 catches, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns, both of which incredible grabs. The throw from Malik Willis into pressure across his body. Watson makes a good adjustment in the middle of the end zone and makes that grab. And then, I mean, what do you say about that throw in the end zone from Jordan Love as well? And he had another catch that wasn't a touchdown. That was another awesome catch earlier in that game. So he was just all over the place. You throw it up to him, he's going to find a way to get it. He looks bigger than I remember.
He's playing wide receiver like he had never before.
Yeah.
Where he's
even
winning
better.
contested catches. He's using his hands.
And all that said, if we're going to add in specialty stock up and stock downs, a specialty stock up to Brian Gutekunst for signing that 1-year deal prior to him returning from injury, because that price would have only gone up. But his first 2 touchdowns since returning from the injury a couple of weeks ago. Good to see Watson back in the mix and good to see him evolving into what I think we could quickly make the argument for is the best receiver on this Packers team.
It's time to make him a feature of the offense and not a supplement. It's time to give him a bigger role as part of this offense.
Yeah, but you know what happens when we ask for that. He'll have 1 catch next week.
Yes, stock down Matt LaFleur.
Stock down. Stock up.
I'm giving a stock up here to Savion Williams.
Yeah.
Didn't play a lot. Wasn't a huge feature of the offense, but I believe because Romeo Doubs wasn't on the field, that then forced Savion Williams into a role he typically hasn't played this season. We've really only seen him on the gadgety screen stuff and the end-around stuff. But the interesting thing about Savion Williams is coming out of college, he was more of a running back / wide receiver, and he's not like a great route runner. He's not super precise, but strangely enough, almost like Romeo Doubs, who we'll get to later, he's really good at catching in a crowd because he's in a crowd a lot, and he's good at winning contested catches. And that was the first opportunity he's had to do that, and it was the difference in the Packers getting a win. I think without that catch, things go a lot differently. Just an absolute massive play and a massive winning of the ball. No, he did not push off like Drew Brees tried to intimate for some strange reason on the broadcast. He just went up and won. And that's what it takes sometimes on offense. You just got to trust your guys to go up and get it.
Okay, I've got some rapid fire downs and a few ups we haven't gotten to, so let's just rattle off the rest of these. We'll start with stock down.
Stock down.
Rashawn Gary, we mentioned it earlier, was outsnapped by Kingsley Enagbare despite the fumble recovery at the end of the game. Not a very good showing for him. He's kind of disappeared into thin air as of the last few weeks. Thus, why Enagbare is
Led
getting
the
more
NFL in
opportunity.
sacks at one point.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And well, now that guy plays for the Giants.
He still has the same amount, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, okay.
That number is not moved. Well, Micah Parsons added 1.5 to his total yesterday in New York. So a quick stock down to Rashawn Gary will stay going down.
Stock down.
Kickers, I don't respect them. I never will. Make the damn kick. We even saw Young Wei Koo look terrible as well.
What was his name again, Will?
Young Wei Koo.
Thank you.
I figure it out. That's all I got to say.
It's rough. And just when we think they have it figured out, after the Anders Carlson, Braden Narvdog Narvison era,
yeah.
and then McManus comes in, it seems like they fixed that. He gets hurt, and now they just can't make a kick.
Well, let's be honest. I don't think he got anything new. I think his...
No, but I'm saying weeks ago he got hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess to your point, Haversack looked good the 2 times he filled in for him prior. Did not look good yesterday. So, yeah, kickers in general, stock down. Let's stay stock down.
Stock down.
Romeo Doubs, enough of this bleep. Stop throwing the ball so much. It's over. We know what he is. He's not the 8, 9, 10 targets a game guy. He's not that good. He can't separate enough. His hands apparently aren't good enough to catch when he's wide open in space.
A lot of drops.
That was one of the worst games I've ever seen from Romeo Doubs. Instead of force feeding him the ball so much, and Jordan is to blame for this as well as Matt LaFleur, but also he's the primary read on most routes because of the position he plays. Time to start mixing in Matthew Golden in place of Romeo Doubs and stop making Romeo Doubs the 100% player on offense. It is not effective. It holds the offense back. It keeps them down off of explosives. And it's just, to me, he's a great third option. When he's your first option, the offense looks like it did in the first half, looks like it did against the Eagles, looks like it did all the previous times the Packers let you down. It's enough. I've had enough. I'm sick of it.
He's so boring.
I've had enough.
Stop it. Just stop doing that.
8 targets, which was a game high for Romeo Doubs yesterday.
And Matthew Golden played well.
Oh, I take it back. Wandale Robinson had 9 targets. Just only 4 catches.
Yeah.
That's why I missed that one.
Team
high.
Matthew Golden doesn't get credit for the DPI, but that certainly was a big play. He realized he wasn't going to get back to the ball, so he took on the contact and got the yardage there. So give that guy opportunity. Mm-hmm. Also, that's a touchdown if Jordan leads him. That was probably his worst throw of the day. 3
targets, 1 catch, 24 yards for Matthew Golden. I've got 2 more stock ups to throw around.
Stock up.
Micah Parsons. I feel like, again, I've talked about this before, but when you're dealing with generational talents and generational greatness, sometimes it flies under the radar just how damn good they are. The Bucks comparison is Giannis.
I have a hard time giving a stock up to a guy that stock, I think, is as high as possibly.
Yeah, it's like Bitcoin in 2018, 2019?
2019.
Well, isn't it
as an investor, It was peaking at 2020, but now it's back up to where it was before.
Yeah.
As you're a Bitcoin guy?
As an investor, former Bitcoin investor.
BTC.
Former. He's a former BTC.
I got out the game.
BTCI.
I'm out of the game.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, I just want to acknowledge just how darn good Micah Parsons is, and then one more obvious one.
Stock up.
Emmanuel Wilson got in the end zone for the first time this year. 11-yard carry. The offensive line opened a great gap for him.
I thought he was fine at best. Look at his numbers.
Oh yeah, 3.5 yards
carry. He did
carry.
have that 2-point conversion too, which was big.
Good point. Scored 8 points yesterday, Josh.
But he gets a stock up for changing the offense.
Stock up.
There you go. And that is stock up, stock down.
He's the hero we didn't know that we needed.
Stock up Chris Brooks.
Oh yeah,
stock up
him too.
And for good measure, stock down Matthew LaFleur.
Stock down.
Matthew. Dr. Denver Dan says, all day ESPN shows, and I have not heard Sean Ryan's name at center. Offensive linemen's names who are not mentioned is usually a good thing.
Yeah, I thought he played well, maybe even better than Elton.
A couple of high snaps, but nothing tragic.
Yeah, that's going to happen, especially a guy who, as we know, that's not his primary position, but the Packers make everyone play everywhere. But yes, stock up to him for holding steady there.
We've got to get to Will's weekend review, but before we do that, I just want to put this on everybody's brains because this is a big week of our show. It's a big week for Mr. Irrelevant this week.
Are you sure your brain can handle this?
It sure can, but I realize I haven't talked to either of you about this, so let's see if you know what I'm referring to. Why is this week a big week for Mr. Irrelevant?
2 years? 3 years, whatever it is?
No, we're well past that point. Not an anniversary.
Does it have to do with coaches?
No. ESPN Wisconsin Coaches Week, though, is coming out. No, that's not what I'm referring to. It has to do with all of us, not just me.
Hint?
It's a segment we do on the show occasionally.
Do you think us sitting here and thinking is as good as you just telling us?
What's appeal to our audience here?
Well, I mean,
they don't know either.
Here's the thing.
It's not like they know the answer. They're enjoying us guessing it.
Like Matthew, for example, he watches every edition of Mr. Relevant Live. I told you 4 weeks ago something would be happening this week.
Well, that's a classic folly of yours, thinking I'm listening to you.
Yeah,
Well,
4 weeks ago. I don't know what I'm doing in 10 minutes.
All right. Well, Wednesday, 3/4 of the way into the NFL season, boys. The ass rankings are back on Wednesday.
Let's go.
Air horn.
Hold on.
Want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Air horn. Ass rankings are back on Wednesday.
Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be as much movement as we did the first time.
Are the Packers sneaky ass?
They might be.
I think the Bears safely might have worked their way out of ass.
I guess we will find out as you.
It's hard to have a record like they do in a lead in a division
And a negative
put in-
point differential.
That I have noticed that. I have kept that in my
I'm just
back
getting ahead of
pocket.
it. I'm getting ahead of it.
See? That's a savvy move.
Yeah.
That's a veteran right
It's a
there.
vet.
I hate you both.
Only team leading the division with a negative point differential.
It's kind of an absurd stat, no?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, they're like
they
the Vikings
also
of a
lost
few
that
years
one
ago.
game to the Lions by like 50. So that's
And it also sort of shines a light on the fact that a lot of their games they've won have been late, improbable, eking out victories.
5 game-winning drives for Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
Yesterday
that's-
counted, even though he didn't throw the ball, because they ran like 3 plays before kicking the field goal.
Gotcha.
Still counts, though.
It counts.
Yeah, all counts the
Just
same.
like Jordan Love comeback yesterday counts.
Well, that one, yeah, okay. I'm just not even gonna.
Fourth quarter comeback.
I'm not dealing with this right now. Although I don't really have an option because it is that time of the week. It is time for Will Sommers to give us the latest in the NFC North. It is time now for his Chris Berman impression as we visit Will Sommers Weekend in review.
We start in the Meadowlands where the Giants hosted the Packers at MetLife Stadium. On the very first drive, the Giants and third-string quarterback Jameis Winston washed away the Packers' defense with a 9-play, 65-yard drive that couldn't have been written any better as it ended with a Devin Secretary 5-yard touchdown to put the Giants up 7-0. Early in the second quarter, Jordan Love went down with a shoulder injury, and Malik Will Sommers looked like such a first-place winner the way he took the Packers down the field and religiously found Christian Watnun for a 1-yard touchdown pass.
Delicious.
Watnun. Get it?
Got it. Yeah, I got it.
I missed it live, gonna be honest.
But Lucas Havre-Brick would miss the extra point, leaving the Giants with a 7-6 lead. After a 3-and-out for New York, Jordan Love felt the ghost of Wally Pipp while being in New York and re-entered the game. A 10-yard, 84-yard drive ended with Emmanuel Wilson screaming, "I'm better than Josh Jacobs," as he ran one in from 11 yards out for the Packers to take a 13-7 lead. On the ensuing drive, Devin Singletary shaved the Packers defense yet again for a 2-yard touchdown. Speaking of Harry, a chop block on the extra point caused Younghoe to lose his coup and keep the game tied at 13 at all before the half. Back-to-back Younghoe weeks. Or Younghoe, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
I reverted back. Okay. Coming out of the half, Jordan Love was grinning ear to ear as he found Josh Smiley for a 2-yard touchdown pass, while Lucas Havre-Fickle captivated us for 1 week but continues to stink and be booty as he missed his second extra point of the day to make it 19-13 Packers. Finally getting his chance to start as the third-string quarterback, Jameis Winston had to show his interim head coach why he should be the starter as he took the Giants down the field and ran in a 1-yard touchdown to give the Giants a 20-19 lead. On the next drive, Jordan Love said it's time to put these Giants to sleep as he found Christian Watts-News on a 17-yard touchdown pass. On the 2-point conversion, Love found Emmanuel Wilson again to convert and give the Packers a 27-20 lead. Looking to lead a game-tying drive, Jameis Winston was intercepted by a guy a little bit higher in the rankings than him and above him in pretty much every statistical category as Evan Williams Sommers to seal a 27-20 win for the Packers. As we move up the division in the NFC North standings, we head to Minnesota, where the Vikings hosted the Bears. J.J. McCarthy was living up to his nickname early as every pass to a Vikings wide receiver went 9 feet over their head. Down 3-0 halfway through the second quarter, Kyle Manuntai padded his stats with a touchdown run to give the Bears a 7-3 lead. With less than 4 minutes left in the half, J.J. McCarthy looked like he spent all week on the front nine as he threw an interception to Kevin Byard, his 9th turnover of the year.
Oh.
The INT would burn the Vikings as Cairo Santos would kick a 38-yard field goal to give the Bears a 10-3 lead. J.J. McCarthy must have pulled a Ferris Bueller this week at practice and been absent 9 times because he threw another interception before the half, his 8th pick of the year, which is one away from 9.
That's true.
Down 16-3 in the fourth, Jordan Mason ran up the Chapel Hill on a 16-yard touchdown run for the Vikings to make it 16-10. And after getting knocked on their butt all game, J.J. McCarthy had enough and found Jordan Addisbun for a 15-yard touchdown
Easy for
to
you
give
to
the
say.
Vikings the lead with 50 seconds left in the fourth. Oh, no way the Bears come back. Surely this game is over. Down 17-16, many thought it was time for Caleb Iceman Williams to go win the game, but instead, Devin Duvernay said, "Hold your horses," and had a 56-yard return to give the Bears great field position. And with 4 seconds left, the Cardiac Bears did it again as Cairo Sant Ghost hit a game-winning 48-yard field goal that's going to haunt 9 for a while. Bears win 19-17 to make them first in the NFC North. With your Will's Weekend Review, I'm Will Summers.
Devin Duvernay. It's good.
Took the weight off of Iceman. Some people are calling him
I think you were some people.
Iceman.
That's a dumb nickname.
When you have 5 fourth-quarter game-winning drives.
Josh.
It sucks.
It's a dumb nickname. Okay, so the Bears 7-3. They were the 3 seed in the NFC. Packers the 6 seed as it stands right now.
They would play each other
I'm
in
aware.
Chicago.
That's what I was setting up there, William. I almost called you Joshy.
Easy there.
Sorry, don't want to conflate you two. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a league that is full of parity, and it's really hard to understand who's who right now. Eagles get it done over Detroit last night on Sunday Night Football in what was a low-scoring yet very entertaining game. Joshy, did you make it through it or no?
The night game?
Yeah.
Hell no. The hell are you talking about?
Eagles hold a tiebreaker over the Rams with their win earlier in the year. Eagles, the 1 seed at 8-2. Rams also 8-2, the 2 seed in the NFC. Bears are the 3 seed right now as it stands at 7-3. Buccaneers lead the NFC South at 6-4, and then your wild card teams as it stands. The Seattle Seahawks are the 5 seed at 7-3. As I mentioned, the Packers are the 6 seed at 6-3-1. And it's the Niners now over the Lions, the last team in the NFC at 7-4. The Niners have not had their bye yet, so that could very well even itself out here in the next coming weeks. But Detroit, the 8 seed at 6-4. And Minnesota, obviously, on the outside looking in as well. So the NFC, everybody for the most part is still pretty alive, that you would expect to be alive at this point, other than Washington, who stinks this year, coming off of the NFC Championship game a year ago. But it's still anybody's NFC. Now, that win the Eagles hold over the Packers could play a role later in the season, depending on if the Packers can continue to win football games. But we will see how this ends up. Fascinating conference, fascinating NFC North.
I'd like to make a statement that I am aware that this might be the pinnacle of the Bears season. So no one can make fun of me. I'm aware.
I mean, he's
They
just
have
getting
ahead of it.
The schedule's very hard down the stretch. They have like a 59% chance to make the playoffs opposed to the Packers and the Lions, who are over 70%. So I would just like to make it clear that I'm aware that things could go downhill eventually.
Ron chimes in. Strouf, is it scary to you that Will does the Strouf shtick better than Strouf? One could argue that.
I didn't say it.
We know. Ron just said it.
Yeah, I said who said it. It was pretty good. Robert chimes in. Can we stop with the golden breakout game? If it happens, it happens. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it again yesterday on Green Bay Game Day. Gabe Neitzel predicted that this would finally be the golden breakout game. I'm Team Robert here. I just don't know if we're going to see that. And maybe we do. There's still, 7 games left in the NFL season.
What is stopping talking about it going to do for us?
Well,
I didn't know people were still talking about it.
No, people are definitely talking about it.
I'm going to keep talking
how
about
it hasn't happened or it's going to happen?
Yes.
I will keep talking about it, and Robert can take that take and shove it up where you know where.
Wow.
Sorry, Robert.
That was unnecessary for Robert, a member of the MIA. Look, I mean, what we have learned about this receiving core.
No, here's look. I have eyes. He's better than Romeo Dobbs.
You're really.
It's
out.
that simple.
What did Romeo Dobbs do besides
Suck.
the two?
That's what he's done.
If you count the PI, Golden had more
He's ass.
receiving yards.
That's what he's done. It's that simple. He's not good enough. He's targeted too much. A functioning offense doesn't throw a guy like that the ball that much. He's garbage. That was a little far.
Should have traded him.
He's a 3.
He's a 3. Golden's a what? A 2? A 1?
A 1. A 2. I don't care. He's not an afterthought like they're treating him as.
They are treating him like an afterthought. And that's only going to get worse when Jaden Reed returns.
Correct.
It's going to be the Jaden Reed and Christian Watson show, which all things considered is not a bad thing. But
I don't think so.
Jaden Reed was really good before.
Jaden Reed is going to bring back the yak, and that they need so
bring
desperately.
back the yak.
He is the create yards after the catch guy. He's going to probably function in the short and intermediate, and he's probably going to do pretty damn well at it because he's been good at it.
Yeah.
I also think that's also limiting to him, which can make him sort of a piece that will be useful when they expect him to go short. Because he was making plays like at the catch point early in the season that were quite impressive.
Yeah. J Dome chimes in. Great name that is. J Dome. Golden's a 4 until he isn't. Who knows when that is? I mean, obviously the eye test tells us differently, right? He has the talent, and it looks like the ability to be a 1. But to his point, that's not how he's being treated.
Well, as I said
3
earlier,
targets yesterday.
As I said earlier, it wouldn't be the first time the Packers got it wrong until they were forced to get it right.
Yeah, that's true.
It's concerning that Savion Williams is getting a lot more touches.
More run, yeah.
A lot more.
Well, it's because he's their
he's a
their,
gadget. He's the
he's
gadget
their
guy.
manufactured touch guy. Justice Mosqueda did a thing about it. Like, if he's on the field, he's getting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They're treating him like an all-pro. I don't think he's an all-pro.
Hold on.
But I think they're justifying his roster position when guys get healthy.
That was the case. Now, to see the pop he got with Romeo off the field, like, what did you see that tells you, hey, they should throw it to him less?
That he's not a gadget guy.
Or he's not just a gadget guy.
Yeah, he's not just a gadget guy. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I hate watching him as a gadget guy. The screens and the like stupid counters.
I don't know how much of that is his fault. Versus,
No, I'm not saying it's his fault. He's being placed in that position.
Because what they want him to be is Cordero Patterson.
Hawkins got a theory.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about Williams and Dobbs. Guardian caps make it easier for Love to find them.
So this should be an easy solution. Matthew Golden.
Guardian
What
cap.
if
Wear
they
a
all
bigger
wear
Guardian
caps.
Then they're all going to be open. He's going to see them all.
That's a great point.
Savion Williams was a Guardian cap too.
That's the joke, yeah.
You guys suck.
Why?
Bad ideas.
Sorry for theorizing.
Yeah,
Is that a word?
I'm trying to put together a serious program.
We're trying to come up with solutions here,
I
Josh.
forgot how serious this program is.
Always been serious, the most serious.
Since day one.
Yeah. All right. Time now for what we missed and what we learned. It is presented by Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits as Green Bay beats New York 27-20 yesterday. You've got Friendsgiving coming up in 5 days like Joshy. You've got Thanksgiving coming up next week. I know the old fashions are going to be flowing, whether you like your bourbon old-fashioned with the Door County Distillery bourbon, a whiskey old-fashioned with their single malt whiskey, their cherry brandy infused with local Door County cherries. Why'd you say that like
Because
that?
that's how you said it.
What did I say?
Whiskey?
DoorCountyDistillery.com is their website. Affordable, award-winning, and local. Support local. Visit their website, DoorCountyDistillery.com. They're available all over the state. Milwaukee, Madison, Stevens Point, Green Bay. Wherever you are, Door County is right in your backyard. Check out their website to find the retailer nearest you. Again, that website, DoorCountyDistillery.com. Packers win 27-20 over the New York Giants. I think we've covered a lot of ground. I feel good about what we did today. I didn't ask you this because I knew you were going to make fun of me, but I'm going to ask you now. How do we feel about Strouf's notebook?
Could have done without it.
I'm fine with you taking notes, but why do you have to call it your notebook? Strouf's notebook.
It's like
Because that's what it is.
Yeah, but why couldn't you just said my notebook?
Oh, because I was trying to brand it.
No. See, don't do that. I carry around a legal pad. I don't call it Will's legal pad.
You carry around a legal pad?
Yeah.
Do you have it with you?
Yeah.
Where is it? What do you got written on there?
Some notes I took during the game.
What do you got?
I've said a couple of them. You want me to read everything?
Not everything.
You notice how he used his notes as a supplement.
Yeah, and I didn't
not
have
as
to.
But I want Will's legal pad hour now.
Hour.
Yeah.
Well, some of these were during the game. This one was a little bit of a lash. That was kind of funny. Malik Willis offense more efficient? Question mark.
It is.
But
That's what I was
at
anticipating.
the time too. It was.
It
like
is
right after the drive when Jordan Love was struggling, and
that was
Jordan Love came in and looked great. So
Malik Willis was the first
interesting that Will's commitment to the troll affects him even when no one else is looking.
Yeah.
He's married to the game. He comes by it honestly.
He's incredible.
I have some good notes in here though, like that throw to Christian Watson, unbelievable.
Was unbelievable.
Jordan Love under center, a lot more efficient than when he's out of the shotgun.
The real question
Play
is,
action works. Who would have thought?
See, there we go. Troll.
Yeah, I'm
Jordan Love,
done listening to
That's
you.
only-
jumpy.
What does it say?
Uh-oh.
And what compelled you to decide that you became a note guy?
I've done it in the past. I don't always do it because I don't always have the time nor ability to, given some of my responsibilities on game day.
Seems like a you problem.
But I was sitting on the couch and I was...
You said, you know what the MIA needs? Strouf's notebook.
No, I just thought it would help my memory. And it did. So... Because remember in high school when they would tell you if you write down notes, like it's going to 80% of the time you'll remember it
They
more or
still
something.
say that in professional world.
Is that a real statistic? Or do people just say that? I feel like I've always felt like that statistic is similarly to your parents telling you that turning on the car light in the car is illegal.
Do you want to know the real answer?
Yes.
The real answer is if it works for you, then it works. Everyone learns different. Everybody memorizes different. So some people.
See, he's trying to do that. I'm smarter than you think again, and it's irritating me.
75% of all statistics are made up,
I believe that.
like the one I just made up.
Like the one you just made up. Yeah, and I believe that.
Notes work for some people, don't for others.
I think they work for me.
I don't know. I'll need to see another week.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
I want more substantive. I want X and O's as notes.
Oh, you want like personnel and whatnot?
No, I just want like instead of Christian Watson is back, I want something there. Christian Watson, great attack with the hands, late hands, great body position.
Sure.
Not he's back.
Well, he is back. All right, well, what'd you learn?
This one's tricky. I've been looking it up for a while.
Here we go.
It's not intimate. It's intimate.
Intimate.
Okay, so they're spelled exactly the same.
Wait, what?
Intimate.
Intimidate?
It's a verb. No, intimate. It means to imply or hint, like when Drew Brees intimated, I believe is the tense Josh used it in,
Yes.
to that there was pass interference
Oh, sure.
on the Savion Williams catch.
Uh-huh.
See if I can get this sentence right. Hold on, I'm thinking.
I've been working on this for a while, he says.
Okay. Let's hope that Matt LaFleur intimates during his press conferences this week that there will be changes within the offense that we saw in the second half against the Giants. What are you laughing at?
That is actually the perfect use.
It was
Yeah.
a really long sentence. That's why I was laughing.
I didn't know there's a word count on these sentences now. Oh.
He's sassy today.
Yeah, his team's in first place.
He's got a toad.
King of the North.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Will Snow.
Well, so, no doubt. All
I'll
right.
let you guys know when my watch of King of the North has ended, which, again, could be next week. Could be very soon.
You know you feel good about your team when you have to lead with this probably isn't going to last.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that. So when you guys decide to be mean to me in the future, I
Yeah.
could say
I could say I
already
told
said
you.
this.
Yeah, I told you.
Strouf said, he's like, what are you going to do when this all comes crashing down? And I said, well, if you ever told me before the season started that I would be in first place in the North 10 games into the year, I'm happy.
Well,
gonna enjoy
congratulations. It's not going to last, but enjoy it while it does.
Clip that, chat. Clip that. It's not going to last. Just in case they do it. Just in case.
Clip that chat.
Just in case.
All right, that'll do it for us today. We're back with you Wednesday. We will have One Word Wednesday. We will have our updated ass rankings in the NFL. Big week this week. I love that. And then we'll do it again on Friday as we get ready for Packers-Vikings at Lambeau Field coming up Sunday.
It's actually Packers versus 9.
All right, that's the end of the show. Will, Get it together by Wednesday, all right? That's all I ask.
I'm going to be 9 by Wednesday.
We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Peace.